Alright, let's try this again. Hey, look! I don't know what updated, when it updated, but wow. All of a sudden, all the noises are a lot worse. And my mic is peaking. So we need to adjust that. There wasn't a Windows. I don't even know if I did the Windows update this morning, to be honest. Yes, I did. I know my headset had an update that caused me issues yesterday, so, there was that too. Alright, but I'm here. I'm, uh, I'm getting ready to go into the nether and do nether things. So we're gonna grab a few of these. I probably need to make more because I have a lot more of these that are full. Still on my starting soon screen. Thank you, baby. There. Aha. Alright. We're gonna take some of those. I'm gonna need some of those. I have a couple empty ones in there already. I'll add a couple more empty ones. This stuff can be put into the sorting system so I have more room. I may have done some work down here. And some work may not cover it. Enjoy your lurk. But yeah, I got some work done down here. Reason why these are floating is because I don't know how I want to get light in these areas. But I got a lot of the roof in. I got some of the floor grading in. I got a little bit more of the wall in. Oh, I gotta fix that yet. There's still things I'm working on. I have a lava curtain in. I figured out the lighting on the stairs. And a little bit of a lava lake up here that I wanted. But I do like how that looks. Even from up here, that looks. I need to get steam coming up from some of those areas where it's going down in and where the spider's legs are. But yeah, I do like how that looks. Where am I going? I'm going in here. So I went and found a new place to go dig, and I'm just going to dig. I'm not gonna use whatchamacallit, a tunnel bore or anything like that. Not that I'm against using them, it's just I would just want to dig. But I have to go like 1,700 blocks out to get to where I'm digging. But I was smart and I worked gold this time. Whoa! Woo! That's right, you run into that lava. I fell. Maybe I should run with my bow in my hand. Alright, see, so, you know, I don't remember what was out that way, but this is where the tunnel ended and where I needed to continue going. The reason is, I like digging in warped biomes. So I went until I found a warp biome. Did I check any of these other biomes as I went by? No. Could there be happy gas carcasses laying out here? Yes. Am I gonna stop and look? Not by myself. So while I'm out here, I'm only gonna be looking for 3 things. I want the gold, I want the quartz, and I want the blackstone. Oh, and of course, the main reason I'm going out here is to look for netherite. Could have been easier, the two you, glycerine, glycerine. Oh, noises get loud. See, I had debated, and I'm still debating if I'm going to bring the tunnel out this far. I don't think I am, because of the fact that I don't know how good this area is gonna be, or how long this area is gonna be good for me to dig in, because there's a lot of lava around. And that's the problem with this seed. Ooh. That's the problem with this seed. There's lots of lava in their nether. Why are we doing danger today? Hi, Loopy. Because it's the only thing I have the brain power to do. A netherite hunt. How are you doing? And is my mic a good volume? Alright. Doing good, trying to feel like yourself and be productive. I wish you luck with that, and thank you. And if you don't feel yourself, that's fine. We don't always feel ourselves. Oh, I guess I do need some of this in my offhand to stop things like that. Okay, so we're gonna turn that on. I'm not feeling myself either right now. It's freezing. Who knows? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what freezing is in Guatemala. Okay, 0, yes. But I don't know what temperature you're not used to as compared to Canadian. So, I don't want... Oh, Jesus. I don't want the sound condescending. Because I know cold is subjective to all of us. Oops. And I know you usually have warmer temperatures. So, a wild frillish has appeared if anybody wants to catch it. Oh, I'm out of, But I hope you find a way to get warm. The frillish escaped. I know none of us really like being cold. But I also know Loopy lives in a warm place, and they're not They don't get the cold temperatures that a lot of the other world areas get. Okay, so we're gonna bring this one wider. It's been down to 6 degrees at night. Usual temperatures are around the 20s. That is cold. That is, yes. I would love, and I would love 6 degrees right now. I know I'm right near where the lava is. Alright, I'm gonna stop going that way. Okay, you can stop burning at any time now, thank you. Very aware you guys are having a hard time at the moment as well. Hopefully it warms up soon. It's minus 10, so it's not bad. And that being said, I try not to sound negative when people talk about how cold it is for them, because it truly is cold for them. It's not something that they're used to. Excuse me. I've got the hiccups and gas at the same time. So I know that when they talk about that they're cold, that they are cold, and I truly feel for them. It's those people that I've seen online that go, "Oh, nobody has it as cold as we have it here in blah blah blah," when it's where it's this cold. It's like, do you want to try that again? Because there's many places in the world that are colder than you are in blah 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 at 4 degrees Celsius. You can't tell me you have it the worst like you're trying to tell me because you're at 4 degrees, because I will just call your bullshit on that. As did a lot of people in other places of the world. But that's a different situation. Now, I think I am aware that Luby's family has a good heating device within their dwelling. So I know that they're pretty set with that. It's just the whole when I go outside thing. Yay! I founded one. Oh, it's a twofer. Heating device sounds nice. Well, I couldn't remember if you actually have like a heater or a fireplace. No, you don't have heaters or fireplace. Oh. That then becomes uncomfortable. Turn your oven on. A lot of people don't realize that your oven can be a good source of warmth when temperatures get cold. Light some candles. Each candle lit adds the body heat, or the equivalent of the body heat of one individual. So every little bit of extra heat helps. I can give a little bit of knowledge. I believe if you have some cooking oil, if you find a way to stand a Q-tip up in the cooking oil and light the end of the Q-tip, it'll act like a little candle. You think your Latino mom would allow candles to be on well, this isn't a just because, but I do know what you're saying. Now, fun fact, if you have terracotta pots and you turn them upside down over a heat source, like a candle, or an element on your stove, it will act like a little heater. Just be careful how you handle the terracotta pot. Terracotta pot does sound interesting, yes. And I'm sure if I was saying something wrong, I see somebody lurking in chat that could correct me if they're paying close enough attention. So I'm pretty sure I've gotten my information at least partially correct. Laura? Sly? Hello? Oh, wait. Wait, I have something for the both of you. Hi, Clara. First off, let me go like that. And then we're gonna pause this. But she doesn't mean business. I've seen Laura's stream. Laura doesn't mean business. Hi, Laura. Hi, Sly. Thank you for shouting out, Laura. What am I doing? I'm doing this. Are you guys ready for this? Hello. I want to thank Sly for helping me get that. It's awesome. How was your stream? How did how did Carball go? Oh, wait, let me drink some more of my coffee. I know you guys just finished the stream. I know it was Carball. If you need to do a raid and fade, go for it. I will be here for a while. Sly, I do want you to know that that song has brought tears to some raiders having something like that. And I was also asked one of them if they can add it to their Spotify, which I promptly said no. Welcome back, baby. I know Sly and Laura had a special co-stream going today that was planned. It was secret. It made me happy. I knew it would make you happy. I wanted to share that with you. I am honestly just doing some digging in Minecraft. We need some. Actually, I'm gonna move that onto my hotbar so I can see it. Not that. That. Why am I not there? That. I want that there. Work lurking as per usual, so you're not here. I know. Game sounds are a bit loud compared to my voice. Alright, I can change that. We'll go like that. You do need a raid and run, unfortunately, as you have limited time together before Laura's gotta go. Need to take advantage of it. Yeah. Alrighty, enjoy the time you have together. I fully understand. I'm glad you two are having a blast together. Go, have fun, do the things. And to those that came in with the raid, you are all seen, you are all appreciated. If you two need to raid and go, I appreciate you coming in with the raid. Otherwise, you know, at least grab a stretch, grab a beverage, those types of important things. Because I don't want you to, you know, cause yourself any discomfort. Medicate if you need to. Yeah, thanks for stopping in, Laura. Go have a fun. Go do the things. Those will go in there. That one will go in there. That one will go in there. Double raids. Oh, I love it. I love it. Well, if I can get one raid per piece of netherite I find, that'd be a lot of raids. I guess I really shouldn't ask that for myself. A wild ducklet has appeared if anybody wants it. Does anybody need netherrack before I start letting it go to rot? I know Mousie's listening-ish. I know Clara is listening-ish. Mousy doesn't. I don't think Clara does. At least not in this world. That's the problem with being in so many worlds. Well, if you want some, now's the time to say how much, because I can gather it. You need nether bricks, but you might have enough. Alright, so I will start gathering some. I think I found the distance I can go this way to. so we won't go any further this way. I am gonna be greedy. No, I'm not. Yeah, I am. Nope, I just burnt those. Okay. No more that way. And I can see it on my map, but one can hope. You can always go digging for your for more, so don't feel too pressured. No. I will gather a couple of shulkers because I did bring extra shulkers. Because it's not gonna be hard for me to grab a couple of extra shulkers for you. See? So one thing I did do is I set a warp here, because I am going to have to go and repair things. I only have I have 2 picks. Only one of them has netherite, but I'm not getting more netherite for me right now. Mind you, I do have some scraps I can use to make netherite for me. This prelude was very gentlemanly and allowed all the first ones we found to be given to a choir. Enjoy your lurk, baby. Order out for delivery. 7:45. Ouch. Alright. I has a Lego coming that I've been very impatiently waiting for. So yeah, I set a waypoint here because there was no way I was going to keep running out here each time I needed to go fix tools. And I'm doing it by hand out here because of the amount of lava. That, and I didn't feel like I really wanted to set up a tunnel bore. At least I am finding a good amount of this other stuff I'm looking for too, so I'm happy with that. Oh yeah, I actually was able to fix the sound booth bot sounds I was getting too, so I was happy about that. Do I have my other pick on me? No. Oh, that one I want to go have on my head. have the one pick with me. I can't believe I did that. Actually, I can because I didn't want to play with accidentally breaking certain blocks. I should have invested in some, what are they called? By the way, we may want to turn them off on Saturday. Oh, why is that? Okay, we'll go back. Cat and Crypt were having issues either yesterday or Tuesday with Sound Booth Bot being shared in chat. Oh. Okay. It was really interesting last night. I went to, I followed a raid from somebody that I don't normally follow, or yeah, that I don't normally follow raids into, and it was somebody I had never seen before. And there were members of two completely separate communities that I didn't think interacted in any way, both in the streamer's stream. Can I tell you whose stream it was? No, I don't remember. I've slept since then. But it was really cool to see, you know, two communities kind of mixed like that. Playing it more times than it should. Oh, okay. Well, we can always turn it off partway through, because I believe there's a chat command that allows for that. You still need to fix yours? Uh-huh. Alright, I am going to... Or just turn the source off. I'm going to trigger spawn and go and fix this. Because I don't want to break that. And I should probably make a second. I'm just not going to right now in stream. This one. Oh, I almost biffed it. Woohoo! Don't expect me to do that again. I am surprised I pulled that off this time. That's how Prelude died in this tunnel. Once in a while, I can be a professional flyer. part of the reason my pickaxe is so low is because I did a bunch of work in my base last night and I didn't fix it before. Okay, so we will go back up into the nether, and then we'll just teleport to where we were. Aha. Alright, so, score so far is 2 Ancient Debbies. And a bunch of lava. But I knew that when I was coming this way, so. I've noticed that I know I said this a little earlier, most of the nether in this seed is all lava, like all lava. And I don't know how many blocks I'm gonna have to go out to find nether areas to dig that don't have as much lava as this one seems to have, like especially around where we're at. I went 1,000 some blocks out this time, I'm 1,800 blocks out. But even just doing it this way is showing the amount of issues that Prelude and I had with our tunnel bore. Just finding ancient debris. Roggenrola? I don't know if I have one of them. A sigh. I missed. Damn it. Hey, Wario. How you doing, buddy? Happy Thursday. Maybe place a block in front of you first so you don't burn? Well, you know, I tried. Actually, I tried to dig the hole in the ground. This is me being greedy. So when you guys see how much blackstone I've already placed. please don't ask. Okay, so grab the blackstone first before I start heading back. I learned something yesterday, chat. I was watching another streamer, and they like Pokemon. They do a lot of Pokemon type Minecraft type playthroughs, and them in their community, and they were playing a Pokemon ROM that was Super Mario Brothers themed. And I thought that was really cool. Yeah, you know exactly who I was watching because you were in there. And seeing you here is what made me remember about that. Like I've slept since I slept since they've streamed, so you know, brain doesn't always brain right away. Alright, I have to say this is honestly some of my worst mining luck when it comes to netherite. I don't know where I was going with that story. I don't know who all likes Pokemon style games to play, because I know a lot of like the collection and Poke collecting and whatnot, the cards and whatnot. So if you like that style play, I think he said the game was based off of Pearl. I mean, ain't precise, but you could always do the bed method. But that means I need to go get other resources. This category is Pokemon Emerald. Thank you. Close Pokemon. Then there's the individual and their partner that were playing it. Hey Grim, thank you Grim. How you doing? And I wouldn't really know the difference anyway. I never got into Pokemon that far back. I didn't get introduced into playing Pokemon until Soul Silver, Heart Gold, Soul Silver were released. That was my first Pokemon. Although I am old enough to have played far before that, it was nothing that I really deemed I wanted to play. Imagine seeing Wario's name and being reminded, or a Wario themed game, Mario themed game. Yeah. Well, honestly, Wario is the perfect mix of the two when it comes to that type of reminder, because Wario is deeply engrossed in the gameplay of the Pokemon trading cards. So I've got all of this dugout and only 2 netherite to speak of. Alright, so I'm not going to be saving any more of the netherrack. I have 2 shulkers there, which is half a shulker of bricks for Clara. The third games always have a difference between the main 2. Emerald has a storyline involving both aqua and magma. Okay. So why didn't Pokemon Sun and Moon do that, or did they, and I just never realized it? How are you doing, Grim? Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon kind of followed suit, except it just expands upon the storyline a little. You have to be one of the few people you have seen fully mine out area looking for debris. Yeah, I'm doing. I'm processing. I'm doing. I could definitely be a lot worse than I currently am. I could definitely be a lot better. Oh, this could start to get messy. Oh, hey! I'm not just going after the debris, though. I want the blackstone. So this is a good way for me to find blackstone, as well as ancient debris. You play the main games and to a lesser extent the mystery dungeon games, not so much the trading card side. Yeah, I get that. I never did get in on the trading cards. As cool as they are, as awesome as a lot of the artwork is, and as much fun as a lot of people do have with them, it's not something I personally took interest in. And a lot of my friends did get into it. I got more into, what was the card game called? Battletech. So I didn't get into Magic, although I did play with some friends using their decks. I got into Battletech until all of a sudden, at that time, you couldn't get Battletech cards anymore. Buddies and I would play for hours on end. Yes, I know there's a piece of ancient debris sitting in the floor that I have, yet to go mine up. used to play Magic Gathering back in the day, run a silver deck, got out of it after you graduated. Yeah, and that was the other problem. Once we all finished high school, we had less and less time for that stuff. Now, I'm not saying it's not a good pastime for those who still play, because it definitely is. And if it's something you're enjoying doing, by all means. Like, I'm not trying to yuck your yum. Like, I had fun while I was playing. I used to collect, well, not hockey cards. I used to collect Marvel cards. I used to collect Harley Davidson trading cards. And I know, you know, how exhilarating those can be to do. I also know how much income they can take up and generate. Like, I do know that some of those cards are rare enough that you find one of those rare cards in your $5 deck, you can make thousands of dollars off of them. Not deck, package. At one point, my uncle had offered to buy my Harley cards off me because he couldn't find them anymore. I kind of got him started, and he offered me $2,000 for my entire set, and didn't seem impressed when I told him I knew the full value of my set was more than the $2,000 he offered. So, you know, you used to run the tables using silvers to the point where your friends dreaded facing me. Silvers have power to boost other silvers out on the field. From land walk to flight to even trample. Yeah. Oh yeah, you get the right combination for your deck. You know, it's definitely a game changer. I think the only reason why I really got into trading cards is because there was a trading card shop like 3 blocks away from our high school. So on lunch or breaks, we would walk over, buy a few packs, get what we needed for our decks, and then go into going in, you know, play. A Tallow has appeared for anybody who wants it. A Tallow. Well, I'm up to 7. I have 20 something at my base. Okay, so let's split that up like that. 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 Split that one up like that. Trying to get this now, so I'm only keeping what I want. I do want to keep a couple stacks of netherite in my hands in case I have holes to fill. I'm gonna have to start going the other way here soon. Wait, I forgot to start my music after I played my... There we go. After my raid, and I played my raid song, I forgot to start my music. So, Grim, then on that Pokemon Mario games, are you guys going to be playing a second time? I didn't see how far you guys got and how much you were able to catch. Okay. So I know Grim got shouted out. So if it sounds like a game you might be interested in playing, if they're going to continue playing it, definitely check out Grim. Also, like I said, they've been doing a lot of Pokemon Minecraft stuff. I know that his server just started a new seed. And you only got one out of the 8 stars badges. Also found out you can catch a Shy Guy somewhere. Oh, nice. That's speaking my language. But you already knew that because I was asking you if you could catch a Shy Guy. Now you and Naya are both really enjoying it. I'm glad to hear that. Ooh, that is about as far as I'm going there. I am. It was nice of you to notice. Lava does hurt a little bit. Red dragons are fireproof, yes. Those of us who don't happen to be red dragons are not necessarily fireproof. Now, I have come to figure out what kind of dragon I am. I am what's called a coffee dragon. So, I'm neither fireproof or iceproof. I am waterproof because I can absorb it. But I am also highly caffeinated. Yes, I do have some masons I can be trading for that stuff, but... Alright, I'm gonna go back this way to the lava, and then we're gonna have to start digging other directions. Alright. So... Okay, good. Always worried about taking down gravel when I'm this far under because I know there's a lot of lava lakes above. I don't want the gravel on my face. I'm gonna have to go to the end again soon. And it's this world where I'm, you know, I am waterproof because on the other one I'm allergic to water. And I tell you, that's more of a challenge to play than I was ever going to give it credit. What time are we? We're only 2 o'clock. It feels a lot later than that, to be honest. Ooh, good song. Look at all of this yummy blackstone, guys. Okay. Party Rock is in the house tonight. Oh, yeah. Oops. Which way am I going to get out of here? Alright, let's just bring this up one layer at a time. Actually, that can be filled in. There. Alright, cool. Everybody I'm shuffling. You know, I really wish I had learned to shuffle when I was younger and could actually move. Some buddies and I probably would have been able to do that really well while we were at the bar. Okay, how many do I have to go? I have to go up to there. Although my body might handle it. I don't think I can handle it for long, so... Jeez. Alright. I know I could have left it hollow under. But there are people who come into my stream that would trigger. And as funny as that is some days... And look, more of this delicious blackstone. Num num num. Oh, look! So, there's 12 on me, there's 20-ish back at my base, so that's 32. How many do you need for a full set? 40? 48. So I need to find 16 more. Mind you, I know Prelude has some. I just don't know how many. How wild Makuata? Makuadia has appeared. I butchered that. And I can see Wario just sitting there cringing at my pronunciation of that, and it's great. I wish I could do polls. Oh, I can do polls. No, I actually don't have that website currently. I need to find that website again. I could have done a poll to see how many people thought I was going to get. I should have done that. It escaped. Okay. Let's just take it this far for now. And start going back. And when we get back, we'll have to go and repair. That's a lot more blackstone than I was hoping to find, and I'm not complaining. I might need to go and get some more shoulder boxes. See, And this is why I go in a warp forest. The worst thing I see is an Enderman. Oh, why is it when it rains it pours? Oh no, something happened at work, baby? Or something happening I don't know about? Are you okay? Oh, okay. You're fine. Okay, good. That's the main part of that. Okay, that's full. Hi, Acquire. Hope everyone is doing okay today. A lot of us are doing the best that we can be. How are you doing? You're doing okay, very busy with pet sitting this week? Nice. Okay, so why is this being silly? I love it when things update and change window sizes on me, so now I can't have things set the way I normally set them. There, alright, I can see things again. Yes, I'm Cisco. Yes, I'm Ebert. Where am I going? I'm going like this. Look, it's dark o'clock again. I always manage to get into spawn at dark o'clock. Uh, Ow, ow. Didn't do it that time. Love the time you clean up with the mop and bucket. You know, for not being built at the bottom of the world, this still actually gets pretty decent rates. Lunchtime for you. Alright, enjoy lunch. Have some good foods, Loopy. Thank you for stopping in. It was nice seeing you. Hopefully you warm up soon. I know, go to the gym. That'll help you warm up. You might be a little chilly afterwards, though, but... See, I don't even know if you still go to the gym anymore. Again, because I'm not spending the 10 minutes it takes to get out there. Alright, we'll wait. We'll go until I have to repair my axe one more time, and then we're gonna call it quits for today. But I'm at 12. That's not a horrible amount for today. But I'm also getting a lot of other good resources. Oh, I might also need another shulker box out. By hitting you with the rock, he said, though I am not unkind. That's one way to change a guy's mind, huh? Be what you like, be like yourself. How much of this do I have on me? Alright, not a lot. Cool. So, does anyone have big plans for the weekend? It is D&D weekend for us. And I am hoping to have the brain capacity to play this weekend. No plans for Gibbo and I so far this weekend, which isn't a bad thing. D&D, yes. I was gonna say, you two are coming to D&D if it's happening, right? Wouldn't miss it. Good. I guess maybe I should start planning what's gonna happen at D&D this weekend. Although, it might be best if I leave it open for whatever your guys' characters decide they want to start. That might be more fun. Wing it on my end and just see where you guys take it. That's Gibbo as a DM. Well, it's good to have some stuff planned. But then it almost feels like I'm leading you guys by the nose. At least to me, and I don't want that feeling. I want you guys to be able to, you know, kind of direct where some of this could be going yourselves. Ow. Why don't I have a crosshair? Would not be opposed to having another campaign on off days. Hey, if Gibbo wants to run a campaign on our off weekends, so I can play. This could get messy. Okay, so let's go like that. And then like that. Uh-huh. So we'll go bop, 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 bop. And bop, bop. Okay, how do I get my crosshair back? Interesting. Alright, I can't find why I don't have a crosshair anymore. Is that under accessibility? I did work it. I don't think it's under keybinds. No. Is it this? Aha! Oh, that's for my debug screen. Here, let's try that. There we go! Alright, I'll take that. I'll take that as a crosshair over no crosshair at all. Didn't even know that could be. I didn't know it could be turned off either. I also really don't like the new. Oh wait. Now my F3 is really broken. That's a lot less showing in my F3 than. Alright. I need to remove the F3 mod that I put in because it was supposed to help me see more instead of show less. Yeah, they really messed up the F3 with the new update. That was my F3 screen. Yeah, it is. It is. Okay, so biome in overlay. In overlay. Wait, if I could turn light levels always? Okay, let's try that. Nope. It did not add anything into my overlay. Alright. Give me back my map. Thank you. What's awesome is that Modern now has the mod in inventory? You will get Dragon on Mini HUD. No, I tried Mini HUD before, and I kept getting lost in it. I'm not saying I might not try again, but it's less likely. It's fine once it, well, and that's the thing. It's me remembering how to set it up when I need to set it up again and again and again and again. And I'm not too proud to ask for help. Because there's another streamer who streams another game that I play that I'm going to be requiring their assistance in setting up mods for. That they use a lot of mods for. Because reading it on the mod webpage is like reading Latin. And they themselves know this. Easy to do in Discord with share screen. Yeah, I know. Just like I need to remember to message Grim when I'm not streaming on how to set things up for stream. As Grim has nicely said that they would help me set some things up in my Twitch dashboard that I keep forgetting to message about until it's too late. Oh, it's a good thing those don't burn. Okay, we're gonna save that blackstone for now. We're gonna start heading back. Because I was looking again, and I couldn't find it, and I'm wondering if it's because I'm not an affiliate. Knowing Twitch, that could very well be where my issue stems from. And it's sad how they lock things in behind being an affiliate. You think honestly Twitch menu layout in the control panel is total crap and it's hard to find anything? Well, there is that too, yes. I don't disagree with that sentiment either. Unless they changed something, you did help someone set those up for their first stream. Okay. So that's just me not finding them. What do we think, chat? Should I go back to my roots, so to speak, for streaming? Should I go back to streaming the game that got me streaming to begin with? You're not gonna believe what game got me streaming. Well, it's Mousy. It's one that you and I haven't played in forever because we burnt ourselves out on it. Stream whatever makes me happy. Yes, that's the advice that I give everybody, Acquire. Thank you for throwing that same said advice back into my face. Marbles, uh-huh. Yes, I used to stream marbles on stream. It's okay. It's been a long while since I streamed that. I quit when some of it got very toxic. You don't think you'll ever get back into it? That's fine. I started rolling again part-time. Nothing serious. I'm not trying to get any gems or anything. Yeah, oh, yeah. Between some of the streamers, yeah. And in fact, there was a lot of favoritism in the staff of the community as well. But yeah, I used to stream marbles on stream. Yeah. Mousy actually got 8th worldwide in a season. I think I got 21st in that season or something. We really went ham on that. Electric has appeared if anybody wants to catch it. We were rolling 16 to 20 hours a day for months on end. We would have like 4 or 5 streamers open at a time, just sitting there hitting exclamation point play. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it can be. If you want like a lot of the free stuff or the competition stuff, it got very, very competitive. To the point that some of the people that I know were like in it, like making tracks and stuff, are no longer in it anymore. You normally just see it as the game streamers do, is chill, just chatting in the background game. And honestly, that's why I started streaming marbles to begin with, so I could play a game and learn to read chat. And that is the exact reason why I started with that game. It gave me the knowledge to be able to, you know, handle a game, pace myself in said game, but still read chat. And I know I'm not the most perfect chat reader. I am not the most consistent, but I do pride myself in missing very few chats, very few statements, and, you know, reading it a lot more often than some other streamers do. And I'm not naming any names. We all know those streamers who have the difficulty keeping up with chat and have to, you know, keep scrolling back and whatnot. And I knew that if I was going to start streaming, I wanted to be able to stay caught up. Keeping up with chat can be rough while playing a game. 100%. It's all about the timing. It's pacing yourself into such a place where you're able to read the chat. And I know not all games give you that. I do know not all games give you that. But I also tend not to play those style games very often. Because, you know, playing Minecraft, you should be able to, unless you're like in a boss fight or a large PvP or something, you should be able to be caught up. Some streamers care more about chat than others. But I stream for the personal interaction. I care less about the game. I do this so I have people to chat to, people to keep my sanity, so to speak. Uh-huh. Well, some of us need to try to get some sanity back. No! I fell in the fire. Guys, did you know lava's hot? Don't be like me. Don't fall into lava. Being at home, being at home all day because of difficulties getting out, not being able to work. You did say it earlier, yes. Yes. You know, when life changed and I was put on disability, couldn't leave, couldn't work, you know, all. Maybe I should stop going along here. Streaming became a way for me to continually have contact that I was no longer getting while being at work. Does that make sense? You know, I know in some cases it's just voices in my head, but whatever helps me keep my sanity, right? And that's one of the reasons why I'm so appreciative for all of us that come into my streams. Probably shouldn't dig straight up. Knowing how much lava there is above me. But okay. For all its flaws, Twitch is an amazing place for people to connect and for people that struggle with talking to other people. It is. It is. Even if you have anxiety about interaction with people, at least with Twitch, you are behind a wall of sorts. Either you're, you know, you have no camera, or you can have any type of persona, however you want to be perceived on Twitch, and be who you need to be to have the contact that you want. Alright, time to find another direction to go. Alright, yeah. Let's go... No. It's also a lot easier to block someone or walk away from a place that makes you uncomfortable. 100%. It's easier in some aspects to find like-minded people because you look for something you're interested in to watch, and usually it's a game you like or crafts that you're interested in, and you're gonna find a lot of like-minded people there, which makes starting conversations, having conversations a lot easier. So you know you have a starting point for conversations to start, friendships to blossom, you know, all of that stuff. I've met some wonderful people on Twitch. I have learned a lot of amazing things from amazing people on Twitch. I've said this before, if it wasn't for Facebook, I never would have met my wife. So right now, I am mostly now just looking for some netherite. I can come get more blackstone down here. I can come get more of the other. Right now, I'm just mostly looking for more netherite or ancient debris. So I have 11, did I say, back home? It's 30. Kind of similar. If it hadn't been for Twitch, you never would have met your fiance. Uh-huh. And the other good thing about Twitch is if you are apart from friends, it's something you can do together. You know, it's a place to spend time together, either making content or enjoying content. And I know firsthand how much long-distance friendships, relationships suck. I do. I 100% do. But I think things like Twitch can help narrow that gap. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt, yep. Yeah, I was 2/3 a country away from Mousy when we met. And In some countries, that's 20-minute drive, not in Canada. That's 3,000 some kilometers here. 3,800-ish. But who's counting? And with the cost of flights, it might as well be an ocean between us, you know? For you, 12 hours away, she lives in southern Texas. You live in Missouri? Yeah. Yeah, it's difficult at best. Irony being, we saw each other more kilometers apart, and sometimes once I moved, yeah, oh yeah. The job I had when I moved here, which I never hidden. I worked at EV Games when I moved here. I saw Mousy less after I moved here working that job than when we were thousands of kilometers apart. Here's a funny thing to say living so far apart, you're in the same time zone. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, when you live in some of the largest countries of the world, it's some people find it staggering how we can say we can, you know, drive for hours on end and still be in the same state, in the same province, in some cases in the same city. It does make hanging out online easier, yes. Yeah, because when I lived back home, it was 2 hours time difference for me and Mousy. And I know that's not what you go through, Grim. You guys have much greater time difference. She decided about 3 years ago she was ready to move up there, so you and Dad took the truck down to get her, and she's been living with you since? Yeah. And I'm glad you guys have been able to move together. Unfortunately, for everybody, moving isn't always in the cards. I was lucky that I was able to move. Where's my stuff? Over there. And I would do it all again. Honestly, with everything else I say, I would do it all again. Most people in Europe are confused how most Americans have never left the country until they actually see how big the US is. Driving to a different state can be further than driving to a different country for them. Exactly. Let's put this stuff in there. there. Okay, so let's trigger home so I can put the stuff away and I can kind of show you guys what I've done since last stream. Alright, there's the other pickaxe I was looking for, but that's fine. Take these out. We'll put them on before I forget. I've done a few changes around here since the last time everybody was in here. So we're gonna take these. Oh, I think Prelude may have enough now. Very much so. Why is there copper in there? These guys are getting really bad at separating stuff. Okay, so that's gonna go there. Come on. Bop. Bop. What are you? You can get separated, you don't need to be, and you can get separated. So you're gonna go in the blackstone. And yes, I'm trying not to look at a lot of stuff right now because I'm not ready to show. Another shulker of blackstone. You're going in there. Come up here and go bop, bop. Alright. Alright, so we have ambiance. We now have a curtain of lava coming down in a couple areas. More of the wall is done. I got a bunch of the ceiling filled in. I still have some areas to do. I got the floor grading in down here that I wanted. Because this is good, because it shows when you come down the stairs where to go to get to my my storage for people who are visiting. I still have to do these walls. I do like the lava coming down the walls. It gives that little bit of extra light over here. I have these areas here that I need to figure out what I want to do with the lighting. I'll get that yet. I think I'm going to make trees over there. But I got lighting for my stairs figured out, and I got walls to try and keep people in. Okay, no, they don't keep people in, but I do like how these stairs turned out. Alright, and then I come and look this way. And we got the lava lakes that are running down. I really like how it changed the ambiance in here. Yay! Mousie's workday is over. You're a big fan of the lava spider? Yeah, I really like it. I think it needed all of the lava around it. I need to put some fires in underneath the lava to get the steam coming from these areas that are that are circling here. And then I need to put blackstone in down along here. It does, doesn't it? Like the whole ambiance just it changed from what this cave was to what it now is. Like, and the curtain going down into the lava below. Yeah, that was many hours of my time yesterday. But yeah, and I like how it feels now coming down these stairs. The other thing that Mousy helped me figure out was this look here. We're gonna have a bunch of the dripstone block up top in a lot of areas, and then I'm gonna call it the wet look of the wall, and then some of the stone underneath of it, kind of like it's been seeping through. I'm gonna do that in quite a few places. This was just my little test area, but I do like how that's looking. And like I said, it's a good thing I have a couple of masons that trade the cyan terracotta. I need to figure out what I'm going to put back in this area. But this adds so much. Another thing I want to check out before I leave here is there's a section up top here that I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, and I thought maybe a stables. But I think if it's open enough, and I think it might be, I could do a entrance for a happy ghast. Because I don't mind making this a little wider in along here. But I think this could be a good entrance point for happy guests. Just make this a little bit wider all the way down. And I could still do stables for other animals, yes. But I could do a happy gas parking area like here. And bring it down a little ways. Do stables in over there. But even standing here, you know, it gives you a nice view. I think it'll be nice, a nice view from up here when I'm building the upper deck. It adds a touch of danger flying through my base now. It does. How close are you to being full? Oh, you should now be backing up to start filling the shelf. Nice. And what about you? You're nowhere near. Alright. Alright, I will use you guys later to fill my, fix my pick. I think this is where I'm going to call it. Let's see who there is to raid. Hey, look at that. You're very welcome. I have been parked in my own stream for a while here. Um. Oh wow, there's very few people streaming right now. So I guess I'm just gonna fade. I want to thank both Laura and Sly for the raids. You are appreciated. Thank you everyone here that was chatting with me. I love you all. And please um, take the time to contact those in your life that you haven't heard from in a few days. Make sure they're all okay. You don't know how much of a difference that's going to make. Um, Show your love. You never know when you're going to get a chance to do that. Thank you for the stream. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you, Grim. I shall. I don't know if you're streaming later today. If you are, we'll see you then. If not, we'll see you next time we see you. And that being said, friends, as you go, if you can't be good, at least be good at what you're doing. And we'll see you next time. Bye.